Go to the party chat and hit square. That'll get you back to game chat.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And
Oh shit! I'm not.
will not be returned.
I was about to take off like I'm the Vikings.
Will be a touchback. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Lindsey. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the interception, here's Jackson. That'll be caught. Wallace holds it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Throwing is Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of
touchdown, Vikings! Darius Slayton, 77 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
Jackson from the shotgun. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The Ravens had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Second and 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
No, we change it. 180! Nice shot! 180! Nice shot!
From the gun, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second down and 4. Here's Jackson. It's caught. Mitchell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now the ball comes
This nigga fumbled, bro.
and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
To throw on 2nd down, Lindsey. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lindsey. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Don't worry. Hey, hey. 13. What are we?
They go play action with Jackson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. On 3rd down, it's Robertson. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Now Lamar changing the look.
On 2nd down now.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Robertson. And nothing doing here
as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Hey, come on.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Whoa!
And this is
The man is on a fucking...
incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit
Bro.
because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field
never seen
position
no shit like that
is facing
before.
4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
Wow, what are those pursuit angles, man?
There he goes, right side.
Like, seriously?
And he is finally brought down at the Ravens 33. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, it's Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 10-7 our score after one. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Mixon. Well, it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson now.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And some room to run now. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On 2nd down, it's Robertson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's got his target. That's complete.
But he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Jackson.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
Hey,
A
Zay.
12-yard touchdown grab.
Ah!
And the Ravens have broken the tie.
All the receivers in the
yo.
league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lindsey, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lindsey. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring this down
inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now it's Jackson.
Hit big, baby.
Touchdown.
Hit big, 80.
First
touchdown. Let's get it, boy.
With his first career NFL touchdown.
Tie back, tie.
The Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ballgame, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
To throw on third down, Lindsey.
Oh.
He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. In motion left, Flowers. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Jackson on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught.
Perfect ball for 32, baby.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on 1st down. Lindsey.
Ooh-wee.
That one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off-play action. Lindsey. Pass to the sideline.
Oh, that should have been a pick.
And he's going to be out of bounds.
That should have been a pick.
Midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. That's complete to Slayton. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Come on, Fat Boys. Y'all can't catch him.
Patrick Queen.
Y'all can't catch him. Let's go, baby. Patrick Queen for the TD. Let's get it, man.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
PQ.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Ooh, he almost picked that
A
hole.
pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Hey, middle.
On third down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back to Mixon on first down. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
It's Mixon on the counter. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Lindsey.
Whoa.
Shot him. It's incomplete.
Okay.
Oh, man. That is just a flat miss.
That could have been a fucking penalty. That could have been
He sees his man come free,
catch.
but maybe he
It
just
wasn't
gets a
gonna be as a
little
pitch.
excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Crazy.
This is fielded inside the 5. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now Lamar changing the play.
Shot. We turned it. No, we turned it.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, he tried
really let him
on the
right
slant, and it's intercepted.
I really let him lurk right there.
Cameron Evans, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Off the play fake. Lindsey.
Wow.
Hockenson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. From 17 yards out. And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Okay,
Extra
then.
point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Ravens Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
He made it there.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Lindsey. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and it seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw on 3rd down, Lindsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Mixing up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Down right around the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lindsey. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Doesn't affect the play? Like, what?
So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Ooh. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA.
Oh, what play's that call? What the fuck?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lindsey. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and really added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some room too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Hey. Go right here. Go. Sit down.
From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. Now Lamar changing the look. They'll run on 1st down. Robertson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
On third down, it's Robertson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play, second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Robertson, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
Hey, middle. Shut up.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robertson.
Really?
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
3rd and goal, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, Lindsey. Once again, he finds Slayton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Back to throw. Lindsey. And my goodness, another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game
That might
for
be
this
Kyle's
defense
first touchdown,
has
baby.
been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles. It's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap
Might have been
one.
his first touchdown of his
Tucker
career.
able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Down the numbers. There he goes. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but
Oh!
for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Like, what the fuck?
By L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here.
Just happens that way.
And the lead is down to 24.
Can't throw curl routes versus cover 3. Literally haven't ran a curl the entire game.
So
How does he
they'll get
jump
another
that?
shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
Intentional ground.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Jackson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Hey, report! Report!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Robertson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Baltimore, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Getting up off the stream, huh? Hey, who's my practice squad player? So I just see you stop the stream, huh? Word. Ram sign Tyler Stein. This nigga ain't even hurt. You just stole my player for nothing. That's tough.